dun 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 dun. Yeah, I still don't have any theme music for this. I suppose I should get some. Hello, welcome to another Getting Projects Done. Sorry, I'm trying to figure my way around my camera setup here. I think I need to set my camera up here so it's like looking right at me. Basically, I should get another one of these things. Just camera mount. But anyway, yeah, we're going to continue on with getting our characters assembled. God, what is this character called? What is it? An Instra? The Celestial Spear? I'll just call it a Celestial Spear because that name's a nightmare. I don't know what that is. Instra? Yindrista? Drinsta? I don't know. How do you say her name? I don't even know how to say her name. Anyway. I've got the big fancy book here. I was perusing through it. Yeah, if you're really looking to get into Age of Sigmar, I mean, holy carmoli, like there's tons of stuff. Like, this is all just background material. Like, that's really cool. I think, yeah, like a third of the book is rules and such, which is pretty darn cool. But yeah, lots of pretty pictures. All the pretty pictures. All the pretty pictures. So anyway, yeah, we're going to continue assembling. I have not touched anything since I was working on this stuff yesterday, so I still have the wings to clean up. These are going to be left off the model. Same with the cloak on the cloak and the tree stem, apparently. Let's switch there. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to leave these off when we prime and everything like that. So we are going to have to do this in sub-assemblies. But that's fine. That's kind of what I was expecting. I do wish that, I don't know, I was toying with the idea of sawing the cloak free so that I could attach it and work on it. But, yeah, it's a lot of work. And then, of course, you got to clean it up and, you know, properly care for it, I suppose. So she's assembled for the most part, ready to go. Yeah. I like this model though. This model's really cool. The figure's pretty darn big. I mean, like when you look at her stature, like here's Eldrad standing next to her. Like she's gigantic. She's a good head taller than Eldrad. And even a Space Marine brother, she's taller than him. She's like a head taller. She's taller than a damn Space Marine. Like, can you believe it? But I guess, you know, if your name is the Celestial Spear, I guess you get a few perks associated with that. So anyway, yeah, we're going to continue on. I'm going to clean, and then I think what I'll do is, if we have time, I'm going to assemble, I don't know if I'll assemble this dude or the standard bearer, but I want to assemble these big dudes. So I think I'll assemble these guys. I'll probably leave the shields off just so I can get to bits. But otherwise, yeah. Actually, the standard bearer is pretty easy to do too. I mean, they're all easy to do. They're all like, they're only a couple parts, right? So, yeah. That's what we're doing. So strap in and, you know, work away on something, or feel free to ask questions or whatever. This is what I'm doing. Cleaning my models because it's fun. That's what we keep telling ourselves, right? Cleaning these models because we're having fun. But really, is it fun? Are some of you out there like just looking to, you know, dive in and start, you know, scraping plastic? Do some of you just wake up in the day and just go, God, I can't wait to just start cleaning plastic. I just can't wait for it. I'm excited. If you are, I envy you. Because this is actually like when I used to do modeling, I used to really, enjoy this kind of stuff. But as I developed as a painter, this kind of stuff, it started to feel like a chore. And, basically, if if something like you starts to feel like a chore, then maybe, just maybe, it's time to call it quits. Now, I'm not saying I'm, throwing in my hat or anything like that, but, yeah. See, I hate when I clean a part and I end up leaving this little dimple where I cut the nib. I don't like that. I don't like it. It's annoying. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. Of course, the patron chat is wide open, so any patrons out there who are available, feel free to join me. Or not. I don't care. I don't care. Well, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I don't care. Otherwise, it's just going to be me talking to myself for a while. After a while, some of you might start to think, I think this guy might be a little bit touched in the head. I mean, that assessment wouldn't be incorrect, but yeah. Why would you leave a nub right on top of the feather? That's annoying. I guess really it's when you, as you develop as a painter and become more proficient and, skillful in your application of color, that, yeah, because you start to end up taking more care in this phase of model preparation. And, yeah, it's just kind of like, I'd rather be slapping some pretty colors down rather than, nitpickingly knocking down mold lines, right? Not saying that you shouldn't be doing it. It's just, it's kind of annoying. Kind of, right? It's kind of annoying. But it's part of the game, right? All right. It's one wing clear, I think. Looks okay, aside from the little nub in there. But I think once the primer goes on and the base coat, and if it's still an eyesore, we can always correct that later. I was thinking we could probably use some Tamiya and just leave a little drizzle there, soften up the plastic, and hopefully it kind of just brings it together. But then if you end up touching it or whatever, then it gets all smeared and leaves fingerprints and all that crap, and it just ends up making your model look oogly boogly. For anybody who's never tuned into any of these streams, I plan on doing more. So feel free to join me and follow and all that other crap that we all do. I probably should pull the mic a little closer so we get some decent ASMR going, with the mold line cleaning and everything. Hey Kim, how's it going? It's going well. I'm just sitting here cleaning plastic, cleaning nubs off. Yeah, the usual. how's it going with the Kim today? Hopefully well. I just love cleaning mold lines. Just love it. It's like my favorite thing to do. I joke, of course. Anybody who's actually been listening. It's like, Chris, you just said you hate this part. I don't hate it. Hate's a pretty damn strong word. I'm not particularly excited about it. Just using my clippers to pull these big chunks off. Just the big chunks. Kim, are you still on the first model in the box? Yeah, I haven't touched this model since yesterday. So yeah, I'm just finishing off the wings, and then the game plan is leave this all in sub-assembly. I'm not going to attach it to the base so that I can, access areas and such. I'm going to leave this cloak separate so that we can get in behind it and get in behind the legs. And yeah, the wings will stay separate because they're going to get sprayed other colors. And yeah, so if we feel like it, I think I'm going to dive into these big guys. The what are they? Annihilators. Yeah, I think I'll assemble these three dudes. And in fact, if we might get to some priming today, because this really shouldn't take too long to do. I say that now, and then be the end of the day, and I've only gotten to one Annihilator, but you never know. But the assembly phase can take a while, especially if you're, if you're going to take the time to properly clean your model. And really the only reason to really kind of nitpick at this stage of the game is if you intend on taking pretty pictures, or you tend to spend, a good deal of time on a model, take the time to properly clean it. Because as soon as you start taking pretty pictures of it, the mold lines, things like that, they just immediately draw the eye, and you go, oh, you missed this, you missed that, and it can take the viewer out of the experience, as it were. And you kind of don't want that, because then it kind of looks like a half-assed job. Cleaning the model. I'm not saying it's got to be perfectly sanded, all the surfaces and stuff like that, but especially if your intention is to get into competition type painting, yeah, you definitely have to nitpick the details. Kim, it's going good. I only got 30 more to build, and the box is done. I started building yesterday. Cool. Yeah, I only started building yesterday too, but I'm only this model far. This model far, is that good English? I don't think so. I'm only as far as this model? Either way. But that wing is clean, so we'll set that aside. Alright, let's grab the Annihilators. So, we'll get started with this fella down here. Old Man Logan! Hey there, Chris. How are you doing today? I am doing well. We're just doing some assembly of some Age of Sigmar Dominion. Got her in sub-assemblies. The what is this character's name again? Yidstra? Yidresta? Ah, no, Celestial Spear. We're going to just keep calling her Celestial Spear, because that name's a nightmare. I'm not trying to pronounce it anymore. I'm just not going to. Just not doing it. Okay, so J17, 18, and 19. Okay, easy enough. Where to find those? Oh, got it upside down. Can't read the numbers upside down. What was it again? 17, 18, 19. There's 19. 17. Does that sound? Yeah. Right? Yeah. And 18. That's that one. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, so we're just getting some assembly done. I may get to some priming today, but yeah. Who knows? Who knows where the road will take us today? I'm just getting this stuff done. Whether or not I do tutorials from these, is a different story. I may. I've had an idea, so I might do tutorials from these guys. Hard to say. 17, right? Yeah, 17. So basically all I'm going to do is just going to free them from the sprue really quickly and then clear off the nubs. Typical way in which I work as far as you know, separating models from the sprue. I will oftentimes just clip a majority of that sprue, that nub, and I'll leave that big nub on there because then I can carefully come in later and free it. Alright, so we'll work on those 3 parts. Kim, I also keep the same 3 parts loose. Yeah, like the cloak in the back. Yeah, I think it'd be better because that way you can kind of get to some of these details here that the tree's going to obscure, and that way you can kind of keep an even, consistent look to this part. Also, you can get to the back of here and the back of her head, and you know what I mean? Well, I guess that's not a big issue. I guess it's more or less just getting behind the legs, because this tree branch, that's a nightmare. So, yeah. We're going to do it in sub-assemblies. That's how we're doing it. That's how we're going to do it. I've decided. Yeah, I'll just lay her down. Alright. Ghost Starman, there he is. Hey, Chris and Monkeys. Currently getting packed to move out of my current university accommodation. You heading back home, bud? Is that what's going on? Or are you getting kicked out of your dorm? Too many parties or what, bud? Oh, shit. I dropped that part. God dang it. It's lost. It's gone. No idea where that went. It sounded like it hit something hard. All right, I have to exit the frame for a sec because I got to crawl down on my damn carpet. Which is also a nightmare. There's all sorts of things down here. Where the hell did that part go? Oh. Oh, I found something. Oh, man. Oh, elastic band. I need one of those. Found an elastic. Anyway. Wait. Come on. Seriously. And the pain in the asses is that I have all sorts of little sprue nubs everywhere, and kind of makes it kind of a challenge to find shit you've dropped. I'm looking for a part in my carpet. I can't see it. Lord only knows where it went to. Did it fall in this box? God, I hope not. Further evidence I need to get more of my shit together. Did it fall in here? Yes, it did. Speaking of which, here's a project that I've got to get back to. This is my Gundam. Got to get back to that. Leave a comment whether I should get more of my Gundam together. Sorry, my hair's all over the place now. Oh, my hair. Oh. My tenancy ends at 10 a.m. on Friday, so I got to get out tomorrow to avoid a killer early morning. Okay. Kim, hate to move. Moved into this place about a half a year ago. Hope not to move again the next 10 years or more. Lived in the last place 14 years. Oof. That's a long time to be there. Alright. Now I've got doogie hairs all over me. Damn dooge hairs. So whenever I clip like these big nub parts, and you know, I want to make sure that I get a good surface cut. I always give the blade, the nippers, a slight turn as I cut, and usually that's enough to make sure that you don't create that dimple like I was complaining about earlier on that wing where I made a dimple. Just like that. Just a slight turn, like not even a quarter turn, just a slight, ever so slight. Yeah. Poof. It's like clipping toenails. Catch some shrapnel. Can you all hear those little patings as the little bits fly around? That's why finding stuff on my carpet's a nightmare, because I don't vacuum very often. I probably should, but I don't. So I got all these little chunks of plastic everywhere. Kim, your clippers look like the ones I have. I got them at an auto parts store. Or these are actually Privateer Press clippers. I don't know if they still sell this iteration of the clipper, but yeah, they're just little snippers. You know, nothing fancy about them. But these, I have worked with, and they got the little spring in them, so they release right. It's kind of nice. But anyway, with these snippers, yeah, I've preferred these ones over the G-Dub ones. Just, I don't know, just more comfortable, easy to use. I found them to be a little sharper and get a cleaner cut on a surface. I was talking about this yesterday about the God Hand nippers, and you know, which is why I want a nice flush cut. You know, because usually my process is for dealing with, you know, regular kind of nippers, and you know, I'd like to get a little bit more flush of a cut. Ghost of Starman, frequent hoovering would be risky for me. Too many tiny pieces go flying off and need retrieving. Yeah, exactly, right? But then when you drop those tiny little parts and they land in your carpet and you've got all sorts of debris everywhere, it makes finding that part a nightmare. And especially if your carpet is, you know, a mid-tone, like there's some carpet that is like this same color gray. Holy man, that's a total nightmare to try and find those parts. So we're just taking care of mold lines. And hopefully today, as we're working away, we get to a little bit of priming. We might prime these guys. All depends. All depends. Depends on what, you may ask. Depends on if there's enough time, or I feel like it. One of the two. Yeah, we really should bring the mic in closer so we can Get lots of this little hobby craft knife moving on the surface. It's like shaving. Here's a question, a legitimate question for some of you. Now, for any of you out there that frequently shave, do you feel more human after you've shaved and, removed all that scruffiness from your face? Or do you love the scruffiness on your face? Ghost of Starman, I still use the previous iteration of G-Dub clippers. Yeah, I mean, like I've used those, the silver and brass handled ones. I didn't really care for those. They're not very comfortable because they're solid, like, construction. I don't really care for them. They're not comfortable. Do I have a set? I might have a set around somewhere. I never use them, so yeah. No, I like these ones. I also had another pair somewhere. Oh, right here. These weren't bad, but I found that they just did not maintain a good edge. Could also be too because I cut wire with them, or no, it was a brass pin, and yeah, it totally damaged the teeth here, or the cutting blade. I don't know if you can see that. You see that little dark spot in the blade? Yeah. That totally bent that blade, and so I was like, oh, that's crap. It almost looks like a bullet went right through it. I mean, I could strip wires with this if I wanted, but yeah. I can't remember where the hell I got these. These are just like, I almost want to say these are like a big box store. Just found clippers and just, But yeah, I don't use these anymore. Just because, they couldn't cut the brass pin. And I was like, well, what the hell? Whereas I have cut brass pin with this, and that edge, see, there's no gaps in there. It's perfectly fine. So, I guess it's whatever tempered steel they're using for these. I like better. Ghost of Starman. I don't like having the scruff. I wish it took longer to grow back so I wouldn't have to shave as often. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I'm not a hairy guy, but I shave most of the time. I only ever have to shave like less than a week, once a week kind of thing. I'm not a hairy guy, so yeah. And yeah. And often, especially in this heat, man, I want to get rid of this thing on my face. I know some of you be like, no, don't do it, Chris. But I want to. Some days it just gets really, really annoying. Also, the upkeep on having, a mustache like this. There's a certain amount of upkeep, and it's annoying. I got to take time out of my day to tend to it, like a garden. Got to tend to it, and I don't really have a green thumb, so I'm not much of a gardener. Boy, monkey. Who subbed? Oh, somebody over on the YouTubes. It's kind of weird how it gives me the notification. I'm not on YouTube right now, am I? I think we did this yesterday. Am I on YouTube right now? I don't think so. Was that loud? Ghost of Starman. Fucking hell. Yeah. Now, see, you're getting a bit of taste of what I normally go through when I get those notifications, because I turned a setting on my computer that I usually forget to turn on when I stream. It basically just pipes the audio through the feed when I'm doing this live. So yeah, like if, for example, if anybody joined me on Discord in the voice chat, the voice would come in really, really loud. Now, because I have the Discord on, are you hearing my voice twice or just once? Or are you hearing like an echo of my voice? That's actually, I've actually not considered that. That there might actually be an echo of my voice right now. Let me know. Let me know. Do it. Do it now. Cleaning mold lines is so much fun. I wish I could do this every day. No, this doesn't feel like a huge waste of my time. It's a necessary step, especially for somebody like me, where, you know, you gotta prep this stuff so you can film it, and you know what I mean? Put that little arm there. Now, I do like this particular tool. I use the Citadel little brush. I don't know if you can see the little Citadel logo. Oh, it's upside down. Citadel logo on it. I like this. I use this in a lot of my prep because it's got a nice firm plastic bristles, which is really good for just gentle enough that you can brush the debris off, and also because when you're cleaning mold lines, you get that little shave, and you get that little piece almost like a hangnail on the plastic, and this guy, oh yeah, he's good at just knocking that right off. Me likey. And I also use it whenever I strip a model. I'll use this because it's got a good firm but gentle bristle. Otherwise, I end up using an old toothbrush, right? And then I'll use this to scrub it up if I really need to get in there, or somewhat be gentle. Somewhat. Ghost of Starman, I've got you coming out of my portable speakers instead of my computer's regular speakers, so that monkey was extra loud. Extra loud. No echo, by the way. Okay, so there's no echo. That's awesome. But yeah. So basically, if I was playing, if I was playing a video game, whenever I've done the video game streams, yeah, this is the setting I turn on, so that you hear the game audio clearly. Yeah, that's all. It's just a setting in the computer. For gigs, I might even just get to these guys first. No, we said we're going to work on her first, so we'll work on her. The fickle nature of me. It's hard to fight against the urge of new model syndrome. Oh, this is kind of fun. And you start getting into it, especially when you're cleaning it and you're looking at all the little details and you're appreciating like all the little, level of attention that gets paid to some of these things. And you're like, this would be really fun if I painted this way and that, and your brain starts turning on this stuff, and you're like, no, I was going to do this first. And, I had plans. There was a plan. Sort of. Nothing wrong with making plans, and nothing wrong with changing plans. But can leave you a little scatterbrained at times if you don't stick to the plan. The plan. I love it when mold lines run right over a rivet, or in deep grooves and stuff. Really, really challenging spots to clear. Yeah, I really like that. Like when a mold line runs over bolt heads and things like that. Those are just fantastic. I really wish GW would do more of that. Just like over every bolt head. Yeah, just have the mold line run right over it. That's fantastic. Keep doing that. That's a little bit of sarcasm for your asses. Just saying. If we're going to be salty, let's be salty. the other thing I got to do is get my boy in here, continuing work on his models. He started Tau. Been showing the progress on the patron. Patrons have had access to his journey so far. Which has been fun. Again, I was kind of hoping that he might take the Necrons off my hands, but he didn't want to go Necrons. He wanted to go Tau. So he's going Tau. So there's another Tau player in our midst. He couldn't go Eldar though, because, well, I've already collected Eldar, and he would just end up, using my stuff, and Daddy doesn't share well with his toys. Ghost of Starman, don't forget plasma coils. Yeah, plasma coils. Yeah, those are fantastic. Yeah, when you got like these little rib details and they have that mold line run right over it. Yeah, that's the best. I think that's really a great way to cast these molds. I mean, what else are you supposed to do, right? I get it, but it's annoying. It's annoying. I know, my hobby annoys me. Alrighty, let's stick some parts together. So, because this looks like this is his front, and I assume the arms are forward, we're just going to jam these in. It's going to ram them home. Just like that. Oh, okay. Pretty straightforward. Make sure there's lots of pressure there. Let's do the other arm. Just like so. How's this arm look? Yeah, it's kind of just in a rested kind of pose, I guess we can call it. Oop. I felt something move. It's moving. It's alive. There we go. Yeah, you don't really need glue, but couldn't hurt. Unless, of course, start hurting people. Which they most certainly would. Alright. Let that sit for a moment. Okay, we'll do this other side. It says to do these two things and then put them together. Well, you guys can't see that diagram anyway. Oh well. Actually, you know what? Let's move the camera a little bit. Let's even out this frame a little bit, so we can get a little bit more sensical here. Hold on. This camera's going to go for a ride, so if you guys are watching really up close, sorry. There we go. Yeah, like that. Let's go more like that. Let's get a little bit more of that blue in the frame. Right there. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. There we go. Yeah, I need to lube my tension. All right. Kim, do you have a scheme in mind for the new Stormcast, or are you going to paint them the normal boring gold? Well, that sounds like a biased question. But in all seriousness, no, I am not. I'm not going to do them boring gold. Let's move this light a little bit here. There we go. So you can see my face a little bit more, because, it's all about me, right? So, no, I'm not planning to do them gold. Although, metallics are involved. And if you know Chris, and if you've been watching Chris for any length of time, you probably got a good idea on what I plan to do. You probably have an inkling. 21 right there. Perfect. Okay, that's free 21. And if you don't have an idea what Chris is going to do, well then, that bodes well for me. Because that means the old guy can still pull out a surprise on you guys. Alright, that's the back. 24. Where's 24? 24, right there. That's a helmeted. Are they all helmeted heads? I thought they had some unhelmeted. Or what? Are they like? Are they flesh heads? Are they flesh heads? Because it looks like this guy, he gets an option for heads, but these other guys don't get an option for heads. That seems a little rude. All right, no options for him. Now, are they helmeted or unhelmeted? They're helmeted, right? Just give me, just always give me options. 24, right? Yep, 24. Just always give me options for a helmeted or unhelmeted head. I can't even speak now. Helmeted. 23, 22. Bingo. 23, 22. Right? 23, 22. Right there. Right next to each other. Yeah, I mean, like, I like, like the helmeted version of the Stormcast. They're pretty cool. But I also like the unhelmeted versions of them, too. I don't know. It just seems more characterful. It's more interesting, I think. Ghost of Starman, color shift. Ooh. Getting warmer. But not quite. But getting warmer. Kim, the Sage guy has unhelmeted head. The other two are helmets only. Most of the other guys has options for both. I did all helmets since I'm doing a faster paint job on them. Gotcha. Well, I mean, like, do whatever, makes you happy. I mean, it doesn't always have to be, fast efficiency. Doesn't always have to be. But I mean, if that's your goal, that's your goal, right? For me, I just want pretty minis. Because who knows if I hang on to these guys. Once, I work my way through, I may put them up for sale. I may give them away. Who knows? Again, Chris is fickle, so, who knows what he might do? Who knows? Do you know? You don't know. There we go. Nub. Lots of nubs. All the nubs. Okay. Yeah, we're still good with that bit. Okay, we'll leave the head over here so we don't lose it. Actually, let's clean the head first. We'll clean that first. Kim, normally I like painting skins, so I mostly do unhelmeted if possible. Yeah. And, like when you got Space Marines and stuff like that, where they're often, one color predominantly, right? Doing unhelmeted heads, at least is an option to, break up the monotony of, painting them all the same. And, unless, of course, your plan is just to get them done, right? Like you're going to, play them or whatever, right? Yeah. Either way, it's all preference, right? Ghost of Starman, planning on picking up the little set with the 3 orcs and the paints when they come out, since a little monkey told me it's Cruel Boy Summer. It is Cruel Boy Summer, apparently. And who am I to argue with anybody about that one? Seriously, who am I? I bumped my head earlier. I don't know who I am. I don't know if I just changed how that meets up with the other parts, cleaning off that nub there, but we're doing it. Clear this off too. Mold lines, mold lines. I love cleaning mold lines. Yep, here we go. Look at that. Perfect. This is what I was asking for. Remember when I said mold lines running over bolt heads? Well, as luck would have it, the mold line runs right over these studs that adorn his head. So it's perfect. I mean, we're right where we want to be. We want these mold lines over these bolt heads or these little spikes on his head, whatever the hell. So I'm happy. I'm happy as a clam. This is where, I'm happiest. Is cleaning these little mold lines between rivets and studs and bolts, and yeah, this is the part of the hobby where I'm like, man, I'm glad I took this up when I was a kid, because this is fantastic. This is great. I love this. This is just, man, like, the amount of joy and giddiness I feel right now is just like some next level shit, to be sure. I mean, there are yogis in the Himalayas. I don't know. Are yogis in the Himalayas? I don't think they are. But there are there are spiritual gurus out there who only wish to attain this level of peace that I feel right now when I'm cleaning mold lines between spikes and rivets and plasma coils and things of that nature. I just, people go their whole lives trying to attain this oneness with their models and with themselves, when all you need to do is clean a mold line between tiny ass little parts like rivets and spikes and studs and plasma coils and whatevers. That's where you find your peace, your inner peace. That's where you find it. It's cleaning that little mold line. Anybody else getting tired of that level of sarcasm? Just saying. It's just this man's opinion. Anyway. Ghost of Starman. Uh-oh, it looks like Chris is going senile again. Yeah, well, that's the goal, right? Is just to completely always talk crazy crap, so that when I eventually do go senile, nobody can tell. Nobody can tell when I've gone completely batshit crazy. Because they'll say, yeah, the man always talk like that, so who knows? He's always been a little bit weird. And he says crazy crap all the time. How were we to discern what was normal crap and what was the insane crap, right? That's the goal. Yeah, look at that. More mold lines over rivets. Perfect. Again, happy as a clam. Happy. This is what I love. This is why I got into this hobby. Was to clear mold lines off rivets and bolts. This is my jam. I'm just, yeah. I couldn't be happier. It's going to take plastic surgery to remove the smile from my face because of just how happy I am to do this. For most of you out there, I'm sure you don't mind this part. Or maybe you don't even bother. I have no idea. Anyway. But again, if you want to test your patience, this is how it's done. You're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, cleaning more of these little fucking mold lines. Thankfully, though, they're not big mold lines. They're just tiny little mold lines that basically one or two passes will just, get rid of it, right? And of course I always finish up my procedure just by running the brush over the surface. And I think those mold lines are knocked down sufficiently. Again, I'm not really going to fret it too much. Try not to anyway. I mean, if I was really super concerned about it, I could always take like a sanding stick or whatever and just, abrade the surface and, knock them down that way. But I'm not. It's not like I'm preparing these for a competition or anything like that. If anything, these are going to get filmed. What am I going to film? Who knows? Who the hell knows? Yeah, good enough. Yeah, like even like knocking down mold lines off like a big plate like that, you have to be careful how you clean that mold line. You got to change the angle of your blade, otherwise you end up, knocking that down or creating a flat surface. Who's joining me? Who's stumbling in the woods?
Gim.
Oh, it's the Gim. What's happening, buddy?
Oh, I just got woken up because I had a book for my work, so it was the middle of the night for me.
Well, what are you doing up?
Because like every 4 times a year, they call me, and because it's it's management, they feel the middle of the day is the perfect time to call you when you work nights, and I have to pick my new work for the next 3 months.
Nice.
So that's what I just did, and I was like, saw that you were all by yourself.
I got some company. Well, in the chat. Well, in the chat, not here in the voice chat.
Oh yeah. Cool.
No.
So, and you're building what? Dominion?
Yeah, I'm finally getting around to assembling some of this stuff. Right now, I'm working on some Annihilators, and I already did the what the hell's her name? The Celestial Spear. I've assembled her. Well, got her ready. She's in sub-assemblies. I left the wings off. I left the cloak off. And I don't know, some like little rock or something like that. And it just gets attached.
My local store's got a couple boxes left over, and I've been eyeing one up.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
Do you do any Age of Sigmar?
No. It's mostly 40k, but I would love to do Age of Sigmar.
You would love to? Yeah?
Oh, yeah, because it's nice to change up, right? You do 40k all the time, it gets meh. And then you change it up a little bit. I mean, in Age of Sigmar and 40k have some stuff in common, but it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's fantasy, right? Which is fun. You can go all crazy. And those new orcs are looking kind of cool. The new look is kind of cool. It's like that. It's like a Lord of the Rings kind of weedy looking orc. So.
Yeah, well, they look like the old Hobblegobbles with the Chaos Dwarves. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Change is fun.
Yep.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, like, I started collecting Deepkin, and
the Deepkin. Those are awesome models, except they ruined them by making them elves.
Shut up.
No, honestly, the models are awesome.
Yeah,
you look at them and you're like, oh, that's so cool. Like, guys are riding sharks.
Yeah, they're riding sharks. They're floating around on water. Like, it's it's
There's
really
a
cool.
Ghost ship you have a ghost ship as like an army piece an army train piece.
Yeah, like
a ghost ship or something, or it looks like a skeletal ship.
Yeah, it's a shipwreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it confers rules and benefits and stuff if you deploy it and everything.
Yeah, pretty cool. And like I said, they just ruined it by making them elves. And they don't have eyeballs, right? They're blind?
Yeah, the regular foot soldiers are blind.
Yeah. Which is great for a painter. Oh my God.
You got a good excuse
no
not to paint.
eyeballs. You guys are geniuses.
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. That I never really thought of that. But yeah, they have no eyes, so anybody who doesn't like painting eyes, they can. It's a win-win.
That's me. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like they listened to me, but then they made a mouse. Anyway, we're still gonna come down and visit you, but it's only gonna be for a weekend because Christmas week. They're like, we can't give any time out, so I'll be like visiting you like December 19th or so, which is Sunday.
Just shoot me a message. Just remind me. I'll put it in my calendar.
Yeah, don't worry. I still have a key to your house.
Yeah, you still have the key, eh?
Yeah, I do.
Dickhead, you show up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's right. I just, hey, Chris, just collecting my Inquisitor Greyhorn or Greyfax or whatever her name is. I'll just, what I should do is bring the manta and just put it on your desk. Hate this.
Have you gotten any work on it? Like
oh man.
No?
Like it is a model to dedicate time in, and I'm still finishing up projects like from oh my god, from like winter.
Yeah.
Like I'm still setting up my den. My garage is done, but like I have a workbench I want to set up there, but I have little tiny projects I'm finishing. Because this is a project where I'm gonna have to sit down.
Yeah.
You don't do it in a weekend. You do it like in a season. A seasonal project.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take my time because well, I'm not gonna ever buy another manta.
Not likely.
You want to hear a funny story about the manta?
No.
You gotta hear it.
All right, go.
Okay. You know how someone linked in the chat, some guy bought a manta and was talking about how it was all warped and stuff?
Yeah, buddy, YouTuber, yeah.
I can't remember his name. I don't know. Anyway, I was laying in bed and I decided to watch it, right? So I put it on YouTube on my TV. And I started watching it, and of course my wife comes up and says, "What's this?" This guy bought this model. Within the first 5 minutes, he goes, "Hey everyone, I bought the most expensive model on Forge World." And my wife right away goes, "Didn't you buy that?" Did you pay that much? She's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna work this through, and she walked away. I was like, "Oh man, that went better than it could have."
So basically, Buddy got you in trouble with the old lady.
Yeah, and like he only did it at the beginning, right? It was like the intro, like within the first 2 minutes or so, and my wife just happened to walk up at that moment. Oh, because she didn't know, like she knew I bought it, but she didn't know what to pay. And then, but they'll come back and bite me.
Yep.
She'll be like, "Oh, I needed a whole new wardrobe," and
and you won't be able to say shit.
Yeah, pretty much. So I better book some overtime. Because it's going to go. I'm sure it's going to come back on me.
Yeah, it's about to get expensive around there.
It's so weird. The other day she came to me and she's like, "I want to buy these shoes called Rothies or Rothates," and I'm like, "What's so special about them?" She goes, "They're made from recycled plastic." I said, "Okay, so that probably means they're very expensive." She goes, "Yeah, they're $200 a pair for like just tiny loafers." And I said, "Oh, holy smoke!" I said, "If you want them, yeah, sure." Like I'm like already in trouble about the manta. I'll trade a manta for $200 shoes. And then she said, "No, I'll wait." It was like a test, right? See if I would say yes or no. She said, "I'll wait." Then she went to Walmart and bought a pair for $19. So it's just gonna be ongoing, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're.
Oh, I think I want to get this. Like, oh, Oh yeah, sure. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be paying for it.
You are paying
yeah.
for it.
Yeah, this doesn't come in that handbook to marriage. On the job learning.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, bud.
But oh well, happy wife, happy life.
Yep, as the saying goes.
They really got to think of one for the husband. Is there one for the husband? Nothing, because nothing rhymes with husband.
No.
Not really. Nothing that's good. I've thought about it at night driving around. I'm like, what rhymes with husband? I also sit around and I drive around what I got to do to keep myself safe. No. It's not working.
There we go.
Oh, shit. Oh, shoot.
No,
Sorry, man, my language.
no, I swear on here.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not sure what rating we're going for.
I'm pretty sure I have all my stuff marked for mature audiences.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really one for gearing towards kids.
Yeah.
Just, because
whatever.
it's not that I don't like kids. It's just, I don't like kids.
I can do that. I only like my kids.
Yeah, I only like my kids. That's it.
Hard to like other people's kids.
Yeah,
Especially when they're on your bus vomiting all over it.
That too. Although I have no experience with that, so I can't say.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My child choked on his food a little bit. He just threw up a tiny bit there. It's okay, right? I go look. It's like bigger than the friggin' stroller. It's like, holy crap, just a little bit, eh?
Oof.
Jesus. Dead bus.
Goes to Starman. Everybody gangsta until the wife finds the GW receipts.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, oops.
Oops.
I had to actually call up the credit card company out because of that. Well, because I ordered what's that? The XV-139 Supremacy suit.
Right.
From Forge World, and I put it on my back then. I think you had to do credit card. For some reason, it had to be credit card. They didn't accept certain things like PayPal, or I think it's different now. Anyway, I put it on the credit card, right? And my wife and I share it. So they, I get a message from Forge World saying, your purchase has been denied, or please call your credit card company or something. And then I get a call from my wife saying, is there a reason I just got a call from the credit card company saying you're trying to buy something from a site called Forge World for $600? I'm like, I was mad at you. I was.
Yeah.
That's what I told her. And so I called up the credit card company and said, hey, what are you guys doing? Like, it's my credit card. I purchased it and my name. He called my wife. They're like, well, she's considered the main, because she set it up, she's considered the main person. I said, yeah, but what if I was buying her a gift? He's like, oh, okay, sir, we're sorry about that. Next time we'll make sure we call you. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's too late, dumbass.
Too late now. I'm already in trouble. Can you reverse time? Can you call my wife back right now and say, sorry, we made a mistake. We never meant to call you. Please ignore any purchase your husband made.
Yeah. So what else is new?
Not much. Just living the dream, as they like to say in the biz, which is just pretty much waiting to die.
say, holy crap, that's a little grim.
I went, yeah, well, I am going dark places. Anyway, no. Like, listen, like, in 1 year, I got married, started working this new job, had my first kid, and then, like, a year later, I got my house. So, like, within, like, a short span of period, I went from, you know, free living, like, wild and crazy to I'm married with children and bills, working a full-time job, stressful job. And I said, what's next? There's nothing next. Next is just I'm waiting to die.
Good grief, man.
I know. And I went through a period there where I was like, ugh. And then we had our second kid. And it was a boy. And I was like, well, now I get to live through him. So him and I, we do cool stuff together, like gaming and stuff.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. My daughter's into drawing and funny, kind of like, Yvonne and Sally?
Yeah.
Their daughter? She got into drawing. My
Yep.
daughter's like that.
Yeah.
She's actually really good at it, Emmanuel. Have you seen her drawing?
Yep. She has a comic, I believe.
Oh, she's done a couple comics. I think one was based on Living in the Sioux.
Yeah.
Which is like, I guess it's a horror story.
Is it a horror story?
I don't know. I don't know.
I never read it, so I can't comment.
I think.
But Life in the Sioux, yeah, it might be a horror story.
Yeah, it was just her living on Queen Street, growing up living on Queen Street, right? I guess she made.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it did well. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been back to the Sioux since 2016. I think was the last time I was there, 5 years ago.
We were there 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, didn't you go see Keith? Isn't Keith still there?
Yeah, Keith's still there.
And what's his son's name? He gave his son a crazy name. Solomon, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool name, but it's very, very, like, it reminds me of Witch Trials. Wasn't that the name of wasn't that a name? Solomon Witch Trials? Or was it Salem?
Salem.
I don't know. Oh yeah, anyway, it sounds biblical. And I told my son, I said, you were almost named Jebediah. And he's like, why would you do that to me, Dad? Why not? It's a cool name. It could have been Jebby. Jebba.
Get you beat up in school, bud. That was the whole point.
Yeah. It's like, like the Johnny Carson song. He named his son, what was it?
Not Johnny Carson, Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. Oh, they named his son Shirley or something?
Sue.
In the song? Sue, that's right.
Boy named Sue.
Boy named Sue, yeah. Beat him up, make him tough.
Anyway.
That's a different era.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. Nowadays, you name your son Sue, your son would probably be able to sue you.
I think today, I think today it'd be, that's the name, Sue, I don't think anybody bats an eye, especially because,
that's a lot different for sure.
Yeah, it's the day and age, right? I mean,
yeah.
Stopping bullying and shit like that.
Here's another little rant about your wife. You got one AC vent in your room, right?
Okay.
And she knows that to touch the temperature control,
the thermostat.
The thermostat is a death sentence, right? It's the one thing I'm like pretty adamant about. Like, just leave it alone if you're too cold. You don't need to shut it off. You can just press this button here and adjust it from like 21.5 to 22. Or put on the sweater. We have had a heat wave those last months. Been unbearable outside. I sleep during the day. It's nice. So we have one vent in the roof, which always seems to conveniently be covered up with a t-shirt right before I go to bed. And she leaves for work. Because I'll come into the bathroom, right? We have a little bathroom up here, and I'll see it. And it's covered up. I'll take it off. And I'll go to bed. She comes in here after her shower. She covers it back up and leaves it. So I wake up in the middle of the day. It's like a sauna in my room. So, doesn't touch the thermostat. But now she covers up the bed. And we have another one under our bed, which isn't the greatest. But that one, I can bet you right now, is covered up too. I can almost guarantee it. I'm willing to bet my beard on it.
So you think she's trying to kill you?
Oh yeah, she's definitely trying to kill me, right? It's better for her. But she's still young, right?
Yeah,
so
like
she could.
Well, and that's the thing, right? I mean, she's young, she's attractive, so she figures that she's got no problems replacing you, right? So. Yeah,
of course. No problems replacing me, right? I mean, she ain't low. So there's no problems replacing me. She's mid-40s, so she still would have, find somebody easily. And she would collect on the life insurance.
Yeah. Because, and here's the other part, right? I mean, with all the heat, basically she's looking to stroke you out, right? You're going to have a heat stroke.
And that's natural.
Yeah, and then you're in a coma, and then, she can just pull the plug or, harvest your organs, part you out, right? So.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But she's got connections. She definitely could organs off my organs.
Yeah, she's totally like eyeballing, family gets first dibs, anybody looking for kidneys, extra lung,
Well, not my lungs. My lungs are bad, but everything else is good. I got nice eyes. She's bringing that up. So I was wondering if she's got somebody lined up for that.
Yeah.
This is gonna be on Twitch, man. This is my record. If I disappear in the next, I need you to send this to.
Send it to the authorities.
Send it to the proper authorities.
Yeah.
He was worried about being harvested for his organs.
Yeah. The whole internet was present when he said it, and he was serious.
Yeah, that's right. He was pretty serious about it.
Ghost of Starman says she's looking to stroke you out. Sounds more like a good time than a death sentence. Well, normally yes, I would concur.
I don't know. Have you ever tried to do the nasty in a sauna? It's fucking horrible.
Well, not the nasty.
Give me oxygen. Give me oxygen, please.
Yeah, definitely. Getting killed in the sauna like that wouldn't be the worst way to go.
I don't know. For me, you're getting old. You think about this. You're like, in my sleep. Go to sleep. I don't want to be either that or on a bus with 100 screaming people. As I go over a cliff.
Oh, so if you figure that you're on your way out, you're just gonna take a whole bunch of them with you?
Oh God, this will come back and haunt me. On this day, you said.
Yeah, HR calls you in. Jim, we heard through the grapevine.
Don't use my name. Don't use my name. You just use my name. Don't use my name.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, Joe. Joe.
We actually, at my work, we have a department, and their whole job is social media.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Anytime there's a hashtag involving the city, my work, they're on it.
Oh, really?
On right away, because I had a guy park his car and the bus stopped as I was pulling in, so I was right behind him. So I gave him the friendly honk, the beep beep, and pretty much told me to F off. So I did the less friendlier.
Right.
And then he got in his car and started yelling at me. He said, "You're parked in the bus spot. I have people who want to get out. In the middle of the day, you're not allowed to park here. Where's it at?" So I showed him the sign. It was an angry but yet polite conversation. Right there, sir. The sign right there. See? Today's Thursday, not Saturday. Oh, anyway. Lady across the street, enjoying her Starbucks espresso latte, whatever, clicked a picture. Put it up on the internet. Bully driver picking on old man.
Send me the pic.
Oh, it's so long ago. It wasn't even a pic of me. It was me sitting in my bus while he's sitting outside my window yelling at me.
Right.
But I'm the bully driver. I finished that trip, did the trip back. Supervisor's like, "Hey, you're a Twitter superstar. We need to talk."
Oh, jeez.
It was like an hour later. And they said, "Can you explain this?" I said, "Yeah, the guy parked and the spot to let off passengers, and I couldn't do it. And I gave him a honk to tell him, like, hey, there's a bus behind you, gotta move." And he got out and started yelling at me. So I explained to him the sign. And you're like, "Well, somebody saw this and they wrote this." I said, "Bully driver picks on old man." I said, listen, it was probably the politest discussion done in anger I've ever had. "Sir, please, sir, read the sign, sir." Anyway, went up to my section head, had to go in with my union rep. "Nothing's going on your file. We just want to know what we could do differently next time." And I said, I would do nothing differently. I would honk at him again. I said, maybe we need to make bigger signs saying not to park there. Not the answer they wanted. I never give the answer they wanted. Because I'm boots on the street, living reality, and they're living in an office, living the fantasy.
Watching it through the lens of the internet.
Ooh, you could have just magically made everything okay and not had us. So, further research into this, it turns out they take anything put up on Twitter whatever, as 100% accurate.
Right.
I could right now go take a picture of a random bus and say, "Saw this bus run over a lawn and destroy a garden." And they would go call that guy in and say, "Can you explain to us why you ran over a lawn and destroyed a garden?" Total fabrication and anonymous. You don't even have to give your name to make those. But as soon as it's up on Twitter or something, it must be truth. No one would spread a lie on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
But they have a whole department. So much so that some of my coworkers won't even use their names on Facebook.
Right.
Because they follow your Facebook. You post anything on your Facebook? "I was mad at work today," you'll get a call. It's almost like, what's that word? A dictatorship. It's extreme socialism. So yeah, I have friends, they won't use their actual names on Facebook because they know there could be repercussions. A new guy, brand new, he said, being forced to work both weekends because we work on a 2-week schedule is bullshit. He was brand new, still in his probation. He was let go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but they tell you right from the beginning, like when you get first hired, they say don't expect both weekends off for at least 10 years.
Jeez.
Don't expect summer vacation for at least 15. And you sign the paper saying I agree to this. So, I meant to bitch about it. It's kind of like, You made the choice, man. So, anyway, I do love my job. I do love driving the bus. It's entertaining.
Just in case anybody's listening?
What?
Just in case anybody's listening?
Yeah. Of course, I'm covering all my bases here. dear trolls in the basement at, City Hall. I love my job, and I love the job you guys do. You are the best.
You're very valuable.
You are a valuable part of the system. Please keep up the excellent work. By the way, my name is Steve.
Yep. This is a good use of taxpayer money.
My name is John Manconi. My boss's name. He's retiring. He's retiring in September. And you can tell because the last 4 months his give a fuck factor is like way down. He doesn't want to give interviews. He's just like, it is what it is. Whatever.
Right.
Well, we're starting a whole new train system here in Ottawa, and it's a dud. So far, it's been a dud. Trains aren't running today. The wheels are square.
Jeez.
How'd that happen? Well, they get worn down from braking. Of course, we made our train track like a roller coaster. It literally goes up and down, like a roller coaster. Like how the wheels get worn out.
Right. Jeez.
So, yeah, trains aren't running today. It's too hot. What do you mean it's too hot? Why can't they run when it's too hot? The track's work. Are you kidding me? We didn't plan it. Train can't run today. There's too much snow. Why the F did we build a train? It only runs 2 seasons of the year.
Damn.
Yeah, should have been all underground. It's crazy. But yeah, it's a roller coaster. It's above ground. We have a short little tunnel, which is when they were building it, someone put the septic system. So now when you go to Rito Center, it smells like crap.
Hey.
Can't fix it, so they just leave it. Got pumps to pump it out. We had that little bit of flooding when they were building it a few years ago. The whole tunnel filled up with water. Couldn't work on it. They had to drain it out.
Jeez.
Everyone told them, you can't build tunnel. You can't build a tunnel in this rock right beside a river.
Right.
They still did.
Yeah.
Lowest bidder too. That's
sounds about right.
Went with the lowest bidder. Built a tunnel and rock you're not supposed to right beside a river. Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't become a horror story. Anyway.
Yeah.
You play Age of Sigmar? I want to get off topic of my work. I'm starting to get like horror scenes in the back where I'm going to be talking to my section head. Somehow they'll track down my phone number.
Yeah, I mean, Age of Sigmar, it's a lot of fun, that's the whole reason we hobby, right? Is to, put our workaday lives on hold for a little bit and recollect ourselves.
Yeah. I really want to get into Age of Sigmar. Just not enough people here. Like 40K is already a big commitment, right?
Yeah.
And then people do 40K army, and they're like, "Hey, let's do an Age of Sigmar army." And they're like, "Can I use this in 40K?" No. Well, I don't want to. I mean, they could. The Stormcast guys kind of look like fancy Marines.
Yeah.
Like they could use. You do a head swap, and they'd be like friggin' close combat Marines.
Well, I saw a conversion before they had done the Sisters of Battle, or the new plastics, and it was a basically a head swap of a Sister of Battle helmet on a Age of Sigmar female armor, and it looked really good. I was immediately on board. Like, man, if this is the kind of treatment they're going to give the Sisters of Battle, yeah, I would probably pick up a few because like it looked really cool. And no, they went back with the classic look and
corset and
the corset and fleur-de-lis over the nipples and just like kind of ridiculous.
My buddy does Sisters, and the models are super tiny. Like they're smaller than the Acadians, and Canadians aren't that big.
Right.
You know, like they're very. I mean, it's great. Like it's amazing how far they've come in model making from the days of. I started in second. You know, where it was like, you know, pretty much two piece, glue the gun to the body and put it on the base. So
Shit.
now it's like these models are like, you know, they look like they're in motion, and then like there's some of the details so fine, and it's like you're like that's gonna break, and it does usually break, but I mean it looks great until it breaks.
Right.
But it's just amazing, and these new sister models, yeah, they're the classic look because honestly, they'd be lynched if they tried something new. Like everyone was crying for the old classic look. They said we want plastic sisters, but make them look like they did when they were metal.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I would love it to see new stuff. I would love to see new stuff in 40K. You know, that's why seeing the Beast Snega was kind of cool because it's like, oh, it's a little bit different take on the orcs. I'm with that. You know, give us more. Give us more choices. You know, I don't want to just have. Before you'd never take the snake bikes because the fluff never fit the models. You know.
Yeah, like the rules
the
for
old
them.
ways. Well, they're still driving around trucks and battle wagons like everyone else. So it's nice to have those like cavalry on what are they called? Squig-offs? No, I can't remember.
The squig things.
Squig things. And then you know, our transport that's like looks like just like a metal wagon attached to a giant rhino squig. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, sure, give it to me. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like just don't rehash stuff. I like change. I do. And unless you changed it for my favorite army, then I don't like change.
No,
That's
really.
just the typical gamer, eh?
Yeah.
I like everything you're doing to everyone else, but don't touch my army.
Yeah. I want new stuff. I want new things. But don't change it.
I don't like. Yeah. Make it newer, but the same.
Yeah.
Different, but the same, please.
Yeah. Different but the same.
Different, but the same. But the new Creed, the new Death Corp Creed there, those are about friggin' time. That's all I have to say. It's about time. Like, they needed to upgrade the Imperial Guard line forever. But it's about time. I hope they do a whole line with Death Corps. I'm not going to buy them because I simply can never make another Imperial Guard army again. I lost my mind. Doing it once.
Yeah.
I think you are holding all the models, which probably takes up a vast quantity of your closet.
Yeah, it still does, for the most part.
Yeah. Hey, keep it. I'm happy. I'm sure it's in good hands, and I'm sure someday it will be all fully painted.
Yeah.
But I mean, lost my mind. Couldn't do it again. I'm more. I'm actually got to kind of limit how many armies I'm doing because I'm working on Necrons. I'm working on Tau. You know, what else I got? I got a little bit of Orcs from before. I got a little bit of Marines now because my neighbor he decided he wants to play Mechanicus. So he wants to try different armies. So I was like, well, I have some Marines you want to play? Sure. Play just Marines. And he's like, you know, it didn't go well for him. And I'm not a big Marine fan, but I have a little bit of Marines. And then, you know, I don't want to say it because this will be like official, but I do have some Atari. But I don't see them as the bad elder, right? Well, they are the bad elder, but the bad elder. You know,
They're not the bad elder, but they're the bad elder.
You get it? You get it? Like they're not.
In a
they're not.
Yeah, in a Gim sort of way. I mean, it all makes sense.
It does, right? Because they're the bad elder. Like they're, hey, we're gonna stick you in the alleyway. We're bad, but they're not bad like, you know, the Eladari or whatever you guys call yourself now. You know, all the, you know, all that.
What? The boys say it's a squigsaur or a squigosaur and squig hugs. That's what they ride.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's
a squigosaur.
Yeah, That sounds cool. Squigosaur.
A
And the one they
Squigosaur.
painted, it looks like a head of a great white shark with a squig body. And you're like, yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm cool with that. And then they gave it like a robotic leg, and you're like, yeah, that's sure. Makes sense. Why not?
So hopefully, hopefully that is a small taste of hopefully these newer sculpts coming out for 40K, because these orcs are really cool looking. They got lots of character.
Oh yeah, because the old orc boys, they're like decades old now.
Yeah, the old plastics.
Like yeah, the pot belly orcs, with the wide face that looks like they should be at a Manchester United football game or something. Like those were designed 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, these newer orcs, which are like, they look a little leaner but like tougher, and they're more erect. Yeah, those look cool.
You like them more erect?
Cool. Yeah, I like it erect.
Yeah.
I like my orc erect. Oh, nasty.
What?
You might as well just do it with a cucumber. Like, come on.
Is the old lady looking at you?
How do we get derailed now?
I don't know. Why is the chat double? I don't see double chat.
Someone just said the chat doubled. I think more people just showed up because we're talking about cucumbers and
erect cucumbers. Everybody tunes in for that.
My wife likes eggplants, so.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. To eat.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything.
Anyway. No, yeah, but these new orcs that are like, they look bigger and tougher, and they start to fit the fluff. You're like, yeah, they're cool. I like them. I can go with that.
Yeah, I like the dude riding that great white squig.
Yeah, the Mazdaka, or I don't know.
Yeah. He looks cool. I like
cool.
him.
Yeah, I like him. 2 thumbs up. In an erection.
2 eggplants up.
2 eggplants and a cucumber up. Anyway. It's a horrible grading system. I saw this movie. Gave me 2.5 erections. Horrible.
No, I think it's a good rating system. Eggplants. I think that we should judge the models with more eggplants.
It's, for the older generation, they're like, yeah, I like eggplants. That sounds like a good rating system.
Yeah.
Generation. They'll be like, oh, yeah, eggplants. It works. It works on all levels.
Yeah, it works on many levels.
Sorry, I give this model 5 eggplants out of 5. So you're working on the Dominion box. You haven't touched the Pool Boys yet?
No, I just cracked this open yesterday.
The Stormcat models, like I said, those models look nice, but to me they look like, kind of fancy, like Blood Angel Marine. They would make good Blood Angel Marine conversions.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of people who have done Marine conversions with these guys, because they do have some similarities. And
well, how the Blood Angels like to turn their armor into their backs.
Yeah, like Dante, where they have like the faces on their armor kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's all like, they look like they have their toes sculpted in, and they're wearing sandals.
Yeah.
Like these guys look like they already fit that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would work. But I mean, like these guys, like these Annihilators, these are big duders. I don't know if you're watching the screen, but
are those the ones? Oh, I don't have it on. I don't want feedback. Are those the ones with the big hammer and the shield?
Yeah, they are. Like I'm posing him next to a what are these Space Marines called? The guys with the shields and swords from Indomitus. Anyway, he's
the Blade Guard veterans.
Yeah, he's almost a head taller than him.
Oh, they're big boys.
Yeah, they're big dudes.
I think I saw a battle report Ash did using them, and they like teleported in, and he just like kamikaze suicided them into something. And then they explode. Supposedly when they die, they explode and they call it mortal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, what? When? What's this? Like, I don't know much of the lore, but I guess these what are they called? Stormcast. They're like souls that what's his name took, and then he reforms them into a warrior with part of his power. So like they die, but then they resurrect later. I think. Is that right?
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah. We
Send
should.
it to press.
Yeah, you should.
Don't even check the spelling. Send it to press.
I was gonna say we should have a segment where Gim does lore videos.
Jim talks lore. So then, like the dude there, what's his name? With the guy with the thing.
The guy with the thing.
Hold on. What's his name? 5 minutes of silence. Yeah. Horace. That guy. You know Horace?
I'm sure people would tune in for that.
What the hell? What? Yeah, like, this is why weed should be legal.
This is why weed is legal.
That dude or that guy.
The
whole universe on fire there. What's his name? The guy, the bald guy with the big thing. Jeez. Like, are we playing the same game here?
I can't spell it out any more clearly for you.
He's in armor. Oh, God. What the hell is wrong with you? Man, I can't deal with this. You're so far below my intelligence right now. People are like, you guys freeze. Oh, someday I saw something. The other day I saw some guys were talking about how the ward safe was brought back. And they said, yeah, the ward safe was brought back. Named in honor of Matt Ward, and I almost friggin' lost it. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? No! Don't give that man any credit for anything. He's gone. Let him die.
Whoa.
Let his name go down in infamy. Anyway. But yeah, no, I wouldn't mind playing some Age of Sigmar. But it's just a matter of convincing friends, and I'm sure there's a group in this area that plays it.
Oh, I'm sure.
But the problem with playing with strangers is
they're strangers.
You go in, you're like, I don't know what this guy's like, and you leave saying, I hate that guy. He's a dick. I don't know. Like, I find most times when you play with strangers, they're like going back to our own experience, right? We used to have like the gaming club at the studio, and we'd meet random strangers, and it's the guy that showed up playing Tyrannus with pop cans.
Right.
And you're like, what the hell, dude? All right, sure, we'll play. Your can of Pepsi is a screamer killer. Go for it. And then he like throws a tantrum and starts throwing his dice. And you're like, make sure you pick up your garbage when you leave. Oh, I mean your bottles. Like, that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, and then the next week he's back again with more pop cans, and you're like.
So basically what you want is essentially Tinder for wargamers.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So
yeah,
basically you can
there's Tinder, and then there's Grindr for gay men, and then Tinder for, I don't know, is Tinder like multi-level? Like, is it
multi-level?
Lesbian, gay, like lesbian, gay, straight, all the different types?
I have no idea.
They should have one for Warhammer. They should call it Winders. Winder. Or Whiner.
Whiner?
Call it Whiner. I'm on Whiner. Are you on Whiner?
Yeah, you know what? Like, because it'd be like Warhammer Grinder, so it's Winder.
Winder.
Yeah.
Or you could just say it as Whiner.
Whiner, yeah.
Whiner.
The
D silent.
The D is silent. It's a silent D.
There's lots of dicks in this group. Silent.
Yeah. It's got a silent D, but in this group, the D's are never silent.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, there we go.
The silent D is misleading. Whiner.
Yeah.
Sure. So we should do. I need a whiner group. And then everyone can list their pros and cons. It's like, I like complaining about how my dice never roll good, so I'll throw them and multiply change them, and then complain that your army's overpowered, whereas mine is not. Yeah, okay, you sound like fun. I'll swipe left. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll play you. You sound like a good mix.
Yeah.
Likes. Overpowered army taking 2 to 10 in the next runner. Oh yeah, you sound like
yeah. 500-point game, and I want to play with my Satan.
Yeah. I'll bring my Satan. Oh, shit, sounds like a good game. Let's go. Be fast setup. My buddy's in a beer league, and he's like, "You want to join?" I'm like, "Hell no." And he's in it, and he sends me copies of the list. And it's supposed to be a friendly beer league for the summer. You know, play a game of score points at the end, some prizes given out, right? These lists he sent me, like the one list he just sent me, he's playing Space Wolf. The guy's bringing like 9 squads of Wolf Cavalry and a couple small squads of Intercessors. Like the bare minimum Intercessors, the rest is all Wolf Cavalry. And I'm like, is this supposed to be a friendly game? Yeah. Another guy, Necrons, 2 Satan. And I'm like, you said friendly league, right? Yeah. And then the latest one he got is the guy had 9 Obliterators, and then like something like 10 or 12 Nurglings. And I'm like, so why are you playing in this league? Like, all the guy's gonna do is dump the Nurglings on the objective and then cover them with the Obliterators.
Right.
Like, what? Like, is this fun for you? Like, he said he hasn't won a game yet, and he brought an army, and I said, yeah, it looks balanced. I didn't realize they were playing like freaking tournament level. You know, what's that? What's that tournament?
ITC.
What's that tournament? Yeah, ITC. I didn't know they were playing like those kind of. And one guy, he actually was told to change his list because it was. He said, "Oh, I've been told my list is too powerful. I kill everyone on the first turn, so I moved my list up." Like, oh, fun league. So glad I didn't join. But that's the problem with strangers, right? You know, you're gonna get the guys like I have my group of friends. You know, and there's like I have about 6 friends that play regularly, and they're fun. You bring in the guy that no one else wants to have, and suddenly he's that DICK that just wants to win.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, and then that makes it not fun. You know, whatever. Anyway.
I think it
ahead.
runs in you know, phases. The phases of a wargamer, because like when you get into it, you know, you're real excited, you want to try different stuff. Then you hit this phase where, you know, you want to win games and you're playing to win kind of thing. And then you enter that phase where you don't really give a shit. You just want to hang out with your buds, drink a beer, have some laughs, play a game, you know.
That's the best phase.
Yeah.
You just want to hang with your buds and have fun.
Yeah.
You know. Well, yeah, I agree with that. I went through that phase.
Yeah,
you know,
well, same here. I went through that phase too. I mean, you know.
Well, you were always kind of a phase ahead of me because started right. So, like you were in, and you were having fun, and then I joined, and I remember I was like in crazy armies. You just said to me, "I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're all over the board." Whatever, I'm fun. But you were more. You went through a stage there where you're like, "I'm playing to win."
Yeah.
And then I played catch up, and then you know, yeah, it's not fun. It's kind of like stressful, and you're like, oh. But now I play for fun. And, you know, I want to challenge my opponents. I want to challenge my friends. I don't want to just show up and let them roll dice. But you know, I'm not bringing 2 Satan or, you know, I have 3 Lords of War here. Didn't tell you I was going to bring a Lord of War. You know, now I'll say, hey, I want to try out my. You okay with that? Sure. All right.
Yeah, like there was a point where, even in my army selection, like I was kind of basically, essentially trolling, right? I'd bring a bunch of crap that was, you know.
Yeah, you troll.
Well, even after we were playing, I was still playing, you know, with Cosby and
You
everything.
touched me in a bad spot.
Yeah, and I'd do it again every time. You know, and it just you know, just kind of for gigs, right? Just trying out these kind of OP kind of lists and stuff, and
Yeah, I get it.
just stressing people out.
You buy models like, you know, I bought the Supremacy suit. I want to play with it. I want to be able to say, hey, let's play a game. But we set it up where it was a big 4,000 point game, and you know, we said, yeah, we're gonna like another Tau player in the area. He has Supremacy suit. We're gonna bring our Supremacy suit.
Yeah.
You know, but we got to play with them. I mean, my Supremacy suit had to go toe to toe with Mortarion, and his friggin' entire Death Guard, like bodyguard. Like, oh, I'm gonna shoot Mortarion. No, his Death Guard intercepts it. All right, let's kill off all his Death Guard first. All his bodyguard or whatever, you know. And then literally it came down to final wounds being done in close combat. Mortarion like tearing me apart, but he was down to like 1 or 2 wounds himself. And like it was great, it was fun. My teammate didn't have to fight Mortarion, and his entire bodyguard was like, I can't believe you did better. I'm like, what? I just went toe to toe with the Primarch and his entire friggin' first company.
Right.
That's off. Like he was a power gamer.
Yeah.
But I mean, we still. I will tell you now, I still have nightmares about Mortarion and his. Oh no, I don't take damage. Nope, I don't take damage. I don't take damage. Like, literally, it was like it's like that scene from the worst movie in the world. There, what's that called? The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi, yeah.
Okay.
Where Luke Skywalker's sitting. What do you think? It's spoiler alert. It's not really him. It's a force projection. Anyway, he's sitting there on the little salt thing to break, and he's like, "Kill it!" And literally, like, just 1,000 of the laser shots. And dude, he just kind of stepped up. What's up? That was Mortarion in me. Like I was the friggin' AT-ATs or whatever that shooting all the, and Mortarion was Luke Skywalker. He just, what the? Oh, just a scratch. I'm like, oh. Oh yeah, it was fun, sure. No, it was. We rented a cottage. We went down for a weekend. We went. You know, we said we played a couple of games on. Played a game Friday night. Got it Friday. Played a game Friday night. Woke up Saturday. Had breakfast. Played a game. Had lunch, and then my buddy and I were like, "Hey, we want to go for a swim. Like, we don't have time to swim. We're just here to play 40K." I was like, "Yeah, what? Okay, how about my buddy and I? We're gonna play against each other out on the lake." So I'm like, I'm not gonna go to a cottage for the weekend and spend the whole weekend playing 40K games. There's a lake there.
Yeah.
I grew up on Lake Superior. I want to go on the lake. So we went out for about an hour and just sat in the lake and came back, and we played till like midnight, 40K games. Next morning we got up. Everyone was dead tired because, you know, you played that much 40K in 2 days. Brain turns to jello. We had breakfast, and then they're like, "You guys want to have another game?" Like, I just want to chill out before I drive back.
Yeah.
Because it was like it was about a 3-hour drive heading near the Algonquin area there, Ottawa. So, but it was nice. It was a nice cottage. Nice lake. Would be really nice lake if you just went there with your family.
Right.
But we ended up there. It was like 8 guys playing 40K.
That sounds like fun.
It was bad. Was no alcohol, Dave.
Oh.
The
What about weed?
the guy that set it up rented it to his buddy, and that
that was one of the rules: no alcohol.
Oh, that sounds
So-
lame then.
Well,
Can you bring weed?
Yeah, well, this is before we. I don't know. Somebody but it. Some of them might have. There's a lot of smoking.
you know, they might have.
Did stink. So, but these guys didn't. A lot of them didn't seem like they were there just to play 40K. And I'm like, why would you go to a cottage and just want to play 40K? Like,
Yeah, it does sound like the kind of scenario where you end up getting murdered.
yeah, yeah. Should have thought that through. Actually, one of the guys, I went with my buddy, and he brought one of his friends. And he was one of those guys that you look at him and you're like scared of him, right? Because he's literally covered in tattoos. He's got, I think he had a spider tattoo on his forehead, a spider web or something, and he's got like, tattoos across his knuckles, and like he's just heavily tattooed, and he looks like kind of like worn leather. And I'm looking at this guy, like I'm like, it looks like. And then you talk to him, and he's totally different. Oh, he's like, yeah, I was in prison. I did some prison time, but I like to play my guard. I want to like shoot my tanks, and I'm like, he's like a nerd stuck in a fucking gangster's body. And I was more scared of him, but he liked us, so then I was like, okay, I feel safer now because these guys probably gonna be more scared of him than you're the. Yeah, go water the plant, sure.
It's like a bear in the woods that got you.
Yeah. The bear's my friend. You guys should be scared of him. But yeah, he was fun. He actually just saw him before COVID hit, and then he moved out back to Montreal and working out there. But yeah, just one of those you look at him and you're like, oh my lord, but then you talk to him and you're like, oh, he's one of us.
Right.
One of us.
He's one of us.
So, one of us. But I'd do it again, but I'd rather just do it with friends and bring my family and then, play a couple games for fun, but then do other stuff. Like I would have rather went more swimming and maybe went out on the boat. Stuff like that, right? Fun stuff. I do 40K all the time.
Yeah.
Moderation.
You're talking about moderation.
Moderation, of course. Me. Moderation. Whatever, dude. My BattleTech is supposed to be showing up soon, and my wife's probably gonna kill herself. Like my, alright, it was Kickstarter, right?
Yeah.
And initially they have the Kickstarter waves, and like I think the highest was like $800 US. Get your likeness and your name put into, and I was like, can't do that. So I did the next level, which I think was $250 US. You get a character put in a book or something, and you get so much models, right? So I said, okay, I'll do that one. And then, I don't know if you've done Kickstarters. They do these levels. They're like, yeah, hey, it's moving forward, and okay, now we're opening up the pledge manager. Do you want to add? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll add a few things. Right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we're going to leave the pledge manager open, and you're like, oh, 2 weeks go by, oh, I'll add a couple more things. And they're like, okay, wave 1 is closed now, we're going to be shipping it, right? And it shipped, and I got 2 big boxes at the door, and my wife's like, what's all this stuff? And I'm like, oh, it's BattleTech.
It's a bunch of BattleTech.
But that was only about maybe $300-400 worth of BattleTech. Okay? Well, they left the pledge manager open up until like December of last year. And every chance I got, I was like, oh, they've had a few more of these. Yeah, in total, I spent, I think, $2,500.
Jeez.
And $300 came from 2 big boxes. So now I think I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Some of them are like, but I think they're going to send a UPS pretty much for me. a truck just for me. And yeah, so you got a spare bedroom. I need a place to stay. And you have room for models.
Maybe that's
I mean,
maybe that's why she's trying to kill you, man.
Maybe that's why what? She's trying to kill me?
Yeah.
It's better for her financial future.
It might be. She might be looking at it in those terms, man. She might be like, "Oh man, this guy's going crazy, spending all sorts of crap."
Maybe. But I mean, you leave the pledge manager open for 6 months. And you add you add 2 boxes, and that's like $50. Two small boxes. So you're like, oh, I want a couple of those, and then and then you pay it at the time. But then at the end, when it finally closes, and you look at your final bill, which you already paid for over a year, pretty much as a pledge manager.
Right.
Oops. Is it oops?
Oops.
So, oops. And you're like, oh. So yeah.
So
Want to play BattleTech? I got models. I mean, the models are great, and I talked to the guy that did the computer design of all of them. He's like heavily on Facebook, and he talks to you. And I mean, he's from New Zealand, he's a guy, but but yeah, they redid the models across the line, where now they actually look good, and they're to scale, and they actually look like they're functional. Because the old BattleTech models, some of them like pencil thin joints,
yeah.
And they look like they had bell bottoms. Like, what the hell's that?
Yeah.
But now the Locust is the same size, like the 20-ton mech is the same size as the 100-ton mech, and you're like, not to scale. But now they are, and it's definitely much better. And there's a group of old timers in this area, which I guess I'm part of. I guess I gotta accept that I'm old now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. They're waiting for Wave 2 to come out, and they want to play some BattleTech. And I did meet a guy that runs 3D printer. Like, he has 4 or 5 going, and he printed me up. Charged me like $2, $3 a tank, and he printed me up some of the tanks from that they no longer supply from Iron Miniatures or Metals or whatever. And friggin' looked great detail, amazing detail. And he said, yeah, it just took me an afternoon. He printed up 10 of each, and he charged me like, I think it was $2 for one and $3 for the other, because the one he charged me $3 came with like 3 different or 4 different turrets. So we got to print those separate. But I mean, that was cool. I met someone who does fairly priced 3D printing, which kind of saved me on buying a 3D printer.
And this was on the app? You found them?
I found them through the BattleTech Facebook group that the one guy made up.
I know, I'm joking.
Oh, shut up. I'm being serious, and you're talking about Weiner. Trademark that right away.
Yeah, we got to make the website.
Yeah, got to trademark that, because that's not Weiner.
Yeah, Weiner.
And then we'll get a cease and desist from Games Workshop, because they were already making an app like that.
Were they?
No, they weren't.
Oh, oh, you got me.
Yeah, I did. No, you know how like, oh, you can't use this because you were doing something like this already.
Well, apparently a lot of people are up in arms right now because G-Dubs is I don't know, knuckling down on a bunch of people who use their IP, the animations and shit, and I don't know, I guess they're coming for YouTube streamers and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Apparently. I don't know if it's fear-mongering or what, but yeah.
Well, I heard that the guy that did Hell's Reach and all that, the animator, they kind of hired him to do the animation for them, like official, but then he got bullied out by
the fans, and now he quit.
Oh, really?
So I think
I didn't-
we lost out on that. That's the rumors I'm hearing.
Well,
Like,
from what I understood, the buddy who did the Hell's Reach animation, he's the one who's done that Angels of Death.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you.
Yeah.
And they wanted to hire him on to do the animation for their streaming service they wanted to do. But now people that supported him and say you sold out. I was like, what?
What?
You sold out, dude. I'm doing this for free, and now they're gonna pay me to do it. That's not selling out, dude. That's like, hey, pay me for my time.
Yeah.
So he got bullied. He ended up quitting. Bullied. That's a rumor.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know why you would give that up. If he's doing this really great work, like it's fun to watch, and it's a nice style.
Yeah, I like it.
You know,
I'm looking forward to
yeah.
that Angels of Death.
I hope he's still doing it.
I mean, but we've been told over the years, like, what happened to the Eisenhorns that's supposed to happen?
Don't know.
You know, oh, we have a director and we have a writer and written, but nothing. We were gonna put it up on Netflix or something, nothing. You know, nothing or nothing. It's like they have all these things they want to brand out, like expand our brand, and then all you get is like McFarlane toy figures out of that. I think it was McFarlane. Who's the other one?
Bandai.
Yeah, Bandai. Those are the only two things that actually came out of like that whole event.
And there's
All these things we want to do.
There's apparently another company, Toy Joy. They're doing like the G.I. Joe 4-inch scale size. Apparently.
Of what? They're gonna do G.I. Joe as 4-inch?
Yeah, like that scale. Space Marines and stuff. There's pictures already floating around of like the Reavers or whatever.
So they're gonna make them GI Joe scale, which is technically it's 3.75.
Oh, is that what's technically?
Yeah, 3.75.
Technically.
My bins and bins of GI Joe figures downstairs are freaking at me right now. They're only 3.75.
Okay.
They're not a full 4-inch.
Gotcha.
That's another bad hobby. I'm glad
I was buying up GI Joe like mad because when my wife and I first met, we went, you'd go out shopping and like these GI Joe figures start showing up in like Walmart and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, what's this? Whoa, what's this? Like, where's this coming from? And my wife's like, who was only my girlfriend at the time, was like, you don't really need to buy those. Like, they're just figurines. And I'm like, you're walking a thin line. You're still girlfriend. But what she was doing was she went on a trip to Australia. She was gone for like 2 weeks, but she bought me the figures and she wrapped them up and gave me as a present, one for each day she was gone. Right?
That's nice. Yeah.
So yeah. Would she do it again? No.
Yeah. Little did she know she was encouraging this shit.
Yeah, because that did open up a damn gate of all this like 25th anniversary, 30th anniversary, G.I. Joe movie, and bits and stuff. And I used to use it. I used to have so many figures. I could do a border around my room. G.I. Joe figures. Like this.
Right.
And now, like my son, he's of the age to play with that stuff. And I said, okay, let's open up one. We opened up one of the little jet fighter. Put it together. He played with it for about an hour, and then a week later, I saw it in pieces in the corners. Never again. Don't respect the Joe. You don't get to play with him.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's funny.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Whose idea was this?
Look it up. I'm pretty sure the company's called Toy Joy. And look up.
I think I've heard of them. I think I bought stuff from them before.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think they did some BattleTech models or something from the old Bang of the Sun newsroom or something.
I don't know. I've never heard of them before, and then all of a sudden there was talk that there was these Space Marines coming out, and this company Toy Joy, I think it's called Toy Joy, and
you know what? The Space Marines are probably R4H to be the scale. If the humans are 3.75, Space Marines are probably 4-inch.
I don't know. There's no comparison shots, but there is some fancy pictures of the figures.
Now, I wonder if the figures would fit into my G.I. Joe toys.
Here's the hoping.
You know, because then I could feel a Space Marine army with vehicles.
It's 2 scale. Your model's like double my put up to 2 scale. I can see you because I'm taller than the building.
It would be fun to play a game with the G.I. Joe scale.
Oh, that would be cool. But they'd have to do like.
Oh, it's Joy Toy. Kim's informing me it's Toy Joy. Toy Joy? No, Joy Toy. Joy Toy. Joy Toy. Not Toy Joy.
I see the difference.
It's Joy Toy, not Toy Joy.
Better trademark one if it's still free. But yeah, it would be cool. But they, you know, like you couldn't just do Marines. You'd have to do, you know, well, anything but Elder. You could do everything but Elder.
Shut up.
But then I mean, you're playing with miniatures just at a bigger scale. Like,
right,
anyway.
But they're little action figures. I mean, like it would be freaking hilarious to see, like, you know, G.I. Joe scale land speeders or the Marine bikes, or, you know.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun.
A Land Raider would be cool. Yeah.
I don't know about a Land Raider. That'd be a pretty pricey toy. It'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd still be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Really cool.
But that's.
I can fit 10 Marines in there.
Yeah, if you could, because I mean, like an actual like Land Raider G.I. Joe scale, like that thing would be like massive.
Oh, you know, and they put a handle on it to be a carrying case. You know, well, they used to have that. Used to have G.I. Joe used to have this vehicle, and the hood came off, and you just put your G.I. Joes in. They had little plastic belts to hold them in.
Yeah.
And then you put the lid back on, and then the rear bumper would come out, and it was a carrying case.
Yeah.
I'm talking from experience.
Yep. I remember that one.
Yeah, it was cool. It looked like an Argo, extended Argo.
Yeah.
Which is the Canadian thing. I don't know. Well, I miss we used to have an Argo at our cottage. It was great fun. Great fun. Nothing like terrorizing your grandma and your Argo. Because no, it's a true story. My grandma, she didn't know it was amphibious. We put her in it, you know, we ran around. And then we went straight for the lake. She lost it. She said, "What are you doing? You idiots!" Right into the water, you know. It was floating. Didn't know it floated. It's fun. Nothing like giving your grandma a heart attack.
Yeah, no kidding.
Grandma, you're gonna need some more blonde bleach. Your hair turned gray. Ended up with dementia.
Nice.
Not my.
Nice.
Not our fault.
Gave your grandma dementia. That's nice.
Did they?
All right.
Ended up with dementia. She stabbed my cousin's hand at a dinner table one day. She was trying to steal her food. Stabbed her with a fork.
Tough time.
So, yeah, good time. You done?
Yeah, I think we're going to pull the pin there for the moment.
Pull it.
Pulling it.
Watch it explode.
Any last words of wisdom from you?
Oh. I don't know. Don't play Elder.
Oh, Kim says there's a pic of the 4-inch Marines in Discord.
Oh, I'm going to go check it right now.
Okay. So no other advice?
What other advice can I give?
I don't know, like get separate addresses for your credit cards so they don't show up the same place and your old lady yells at you.
I thought that was already established. Don't, preview YouTube videos before you let your wife see them, so she doesn't know how much you paid for your Manta. Let your children taste your food before you do, so you don't get poisoned. Oh, I have a cool story. We'll end it on this.
Okay.
I think maybe I might have told you, but this will now be on the internet.
Okay.
So I had my accident, right? The car crashed. The guy ran me. The light hit me. Conveniently, at that time, my mother-in-law was on a trip to China. So when she came back, I was in the hospital. She came and saw me, and I told her, I said,
hey, whenever you paid the guy to kill me, he didn't succeed, so I hope you get your money back. What's wrong with you? What are you talking about? I said, it was convenient that you went to China at the same time a guy ran a red light and hit me.
Yeah.
I'm on to you, so. Anyway, I don't know if she got her money back. I hope so. Failed assassination attempt. Anyway, all right.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
That's it. That's all I got. What else do you want me to say?
No, that's good.
Good. That's it. I'm drained. I'm done. You know? I'm empty. I'm running on empty. Words of wisdom are done.
All right.
Elders suck. That's all I got. This is my fallback.
I know.
Suck.
I've heard that many a time.
Yeah. And it's only the tip of the iceberg. You're gonna know me until old age.
Yeah.
I don't know, you'll be at my funeral or I'll be at your funeral. In some way I'm gonna have that in there. Like, it might be my funeral and on my gravestone they'll say
Elder suck, yeah.
Elder suck.
Well, it's it's a good thing they're not called Elder anymore.
He spent a good well, whatever. You know what I'm not gonna put Aladari because I could get trademark infringement. He's a Sith for GW. Yeah. Yes, we know he's dead, but he's not allowed to use the term Eldari on his tombstone.
Yeah, he can't have Eldari on his tombstone.
Please fix that. All right.
Alrighty, I'm gonna get out of here. I want to thank you guys for watching and for everybody who's subscribed, followed, all that stuff. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I'm still relatively, entering this kind of streaming, not only, but predominantly. So far it's been fun. I've actually been getting a little bit more work, I think, done doing more streaming like this as opposed to before, which seems kind of crazy. But anywho, we're done for now. Haven't quite worked out a permanent type of schedule yet for this, so if you are wondering when I stream, follow me on the social medias, Twitter, Instagrams, and all that, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. All right. I think that's it. I need to go grab some lunch. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I should really get that music so I can play it during the show. Any guesses what that music is? Probably not. Dun, dun, dun.